Hey guys, and welcome to the Friday 15-minute video blab. Yay! Thanks very much for joining me here. And want to first of all start off by saying this is number 2, only Friday 15-minute video blab, number 2 with me, Lottie Hearn. And I call myself a video coach, confidence on camera coach, and next generation presentation skills trademark trainer. So that's one of my new talks that I'm doing this year through the Professional Speaking Association, and getting live on stage and mixing it up with getting on camera too. But my main aim is to help you get comfortable to get on here, get on this little baby here and use it so that you can share your message and help other people around the world get their messages out as well. Because this is a fabulous, fabulous tool that we have at our disposal these days. And I love the fact that 2017, they reckon that 70% plus of business is going to be done via video. So this is your year to get on here and practice getting your confidence on camera. So we have some amazing people here with us today. Mel Sherwood has come from Scotland. We've also got another Mel, Melanie Lane from RDS Sales Training. And both of the Mels are actors, and Mel Lane is also a comedian. We've got Johnny Byrne. Hey, Johnny Byrne, who's here with me in Ireland. On the other side of the country, we've got Black Women Stand Up. Hi, 2 women on a mission, empowering women in all areas of their lives, standing up for love. Love it. That is a beautiful. So I'm going to follow you right there. Thank you so much. So how is the Friday 15-minute blab going to work? And by the way, hello to everybody. I'm trying to follow messages down there and messages down there and everything at the same time. So how it's going to work is I'm going to chat for a few minutes about a particular topic or theme to do with video production, video presenting, planning, presenting, and promoting as well, what you can actually do with your camera. So I'm going to bring up the theme, and the theme today, in a moment, let's start that one again. This is what happens when things go wrong on camera. You just have to keep going for it. So I'm going to bring up the theme, chat for a few minutes, because as I said, we're timed, and I've got 3 minutes left before I want to try and get some of you guys in to open up the seat and get some of you guys in to come and share your expertise or ask a question. Remember, you can type the question over there. If it's a recording, you won't necessarily see the questions popping up unless I put them into the box that's at the side or down below, depending on when people join me, wherever it is. So please just do type the /Q to go in there as well. So theme I want to bring up today is Amy Cuddy. Everybody, I presume, say yes, just type yes in the box if you saw Amy Cuddy's video, 2012 video, the TED Talk. I couldn't believe it. Yes, says RD Sales Training. Thank you, Mel. 73 million people have now seen that. And she goes through the power posing. I know, Mel Sherwood, I saw you on stage at the Professional Speaking Association mega conference where we shared the stage. That was lovely. And you were talking about power posing and standing up and giving yourself that mindset of confidence before you start presenting anything. And those of us who've been on the stage and who are like, as an acting background that I came from, setting your mind up for success and getting into character and making emotional connections that I spoke about last week, that's the first place to start. But Amy Cuddy's new book is called Presence. And I read a fabulous article in the Telegraph newspaper here in the UK online. And it was talking about presence. Amy, since 2012, she's been doing a lot of research. She's a professor at the Harvard Business School. And she's been doing studies into how people judge and influence each other. And she came up with this 2-pronged concept. When we first meet somebody, whether that's live or on camera, she doesn't say that. I'm saying that, by the way, because I think this is relevant for on camera, especially. She says there are 2 things that people subliminally, subconsciously say to themselves. Number 1, can I trust this person? Presumably, do you ask that yourselves? Type a yes in there if it's a question that you think you ask of other people. First perceptions. Number 2 is, can I respect this person? Are they credible? So I'm on camera putting it into a point of view of, number 1, is this person that I see on screen likable? Do I like them? Number 2, are they credible? So which one, if you just type in the box here now, which one do you think is more important when you're as first impressions of seeing somebody? Anybody who wants to just type in the trust or respect? Okay, trust for Black Women Stand Up. Yeah, great. Anybody else want to, Johnny, likable? Yep. Number 2, Johnny, thank you, likable. Mel, thank you. Yep, likability. That's fantastic because actually, hey, new person, Zach Mills. Hello, welcome to Zach. Nice to see you here. The likability versus respect. What Amy Cuddy found in her new research for her book is that most people in business think that it's more important to have the respect first off. This is unless you're actually, you're good at your presenting and you know how to build rapport. So you guys who typed likability in there and trust, yeah, that's what her research found out, is when you're delving deeper, most people for themselves think that they need to push the credibility factor, the respect factor first. Whereas actually what she found out, people on the other side, whoop, there goes my light. Gosh, you can see the difference, can't you? Production blips, not going to worry about it, leave it there. So coming back to Amy's study, she actually found out that people watching, or the receiver, the thing that they cared about most was the trust factor. So likability is more important than credibility. And the quote, I'm actually going to read this to you because I loved it so much. Trustworthiness or warmth is the most important factor on first perception. And she goes on to say in her book, it's more crucial to our survival to know whether a person deserves our trust than our respect. So what do you think about that? Props for that one. Do you like that comment from Amy Cuddy there? And I was on a fantastic, yeah, great. Thank you very much, Mel. I love that concept because it's something that I've always believed in as a performer, as an actor myself, and in training speakers and presenters across the world, and now working specifically on camera. I think this is more relevant on camera than anything else. Now, I spoke last week, if you joined me in week 1, and the core message there is stop judging yourself. You've got to learn to enjoy doing this when you are actually presenting. So week 2, I want to push in the fact that likability is the number 1 thing that you need to produce from yourself, of yourself, give of yourself. And as I said last week, the moment you step back from worrying about delivering what you want to tell people and get likable and enjoy what you're doing, then that's the moment that people can really connect with you and make a connection with you. And I was speaking to Leonovsky, who's a fabulous speaker. He's out on the Pacific coast. So I think he said it was like 5:30 in the morning and he wouldn't be joining us today. But he turned Amy's quote into, if you ain't got the trust, you can't get the thrust for your business. He's a wordsmith and a speaker trainer himself. So I love that. If you ain't got the trust, you're not going to get the thrust. So trust factor, likability factor to promote yourself on screen. That's the core message for today. So what I'd like to do now is, because here we go, we've got about 6 minutes left or so. Woo! Here you go. I've been talking for too long. Mel at RDS Sales Training, who makes more, entertainers or educators? Likability is everything. Who makes more? Presumably that's for income-wise, finance-wise, for building a business, Mel. Does anybody want to jump in, by the way? Please come on in. If anybody's, and don't worry about being camera ready. Hey, Lola, let's do this. Yay. You're allowed to come in, ask for advice, pose a question, but I'm looking for people who are involved in getting in the conversation here. So let's see if Lola can get in there. Yay, Lola! And give props to Lola here, please, because I'm gonna also say stuff you to the we need to be camera ready with all our makeup on to get on camera, ladies. I don't think we do. I happen to have been at a business owners network meeting at our Dublin chamber this morning and been with a lot of money-making educators in business. So Lola, that's why I'm all done up. But Lola, hi, tell us about you. Who are you and what do you do on camera?
Me, I work a lot with the public. I work in a nightclub, but I do managing. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm on sick leave of the week since last Saturday.
Props and to Lola.
That's completely my fault. I had surgery planned and I did my surgery, so now I'm healing and I'm so bored.
Oh, you're bored. So, but Lola, what would you like to know about specifically of how about you getting on camera? Do you want to? Are you commenting on why do you want versus need to be on video and get on camera yourself?
Because I love entertaining. I don't know if you see, but I do a lot of facial expression. I work a lot with the public. But honestly, my problem is, I think, and I already asked you the question last week when you were talking how to do a good podcast. Mm-hmm. And I asked you the question, how can I stop? Because I work with the public in real, face-to-face on a scene and everything. And I learned from that to do a lot of facial expression, exaggerate for everyone. And now when I go on camera, I see the shock that those facial expressions are so annoying. But I just don't know how to switch to turn it off.
It's the appropriate level. And exactly. I think, first of all, Lola, can I say to you, just in the setup of your camera here, if the camera is really low down, and you're looking down at the camera, we're ending up with the camera being over like your chin here. So that's much better when you tilt the camera down slightly. If you look up to the camera and tilt it down so we can actually see, there you go. That's a little bit too low now. So halfway between the two and you're there. That's great. That's a nice shot for you on camera. Now, secondly, as I said last week, facial expressions, what you need to do is practice them. The camera automatically steals 30% of your energy. I keep reiterating this because we go from being 3D live with depth to 2D flat screen. So 30% of your energy is gone. Now, that doesn't mean go big with everything, because we still have to make it appropriate to fit the size of the screen. So Lola, best thing to do for you is practice.
But that's the problem. I've practiced for so many years to exaggerate my facial expression for live show. And now when I come to the camera, but I see that my persona on camera, I can give you a cute anecdote about this. I'm absolutely not photogenic.
A very quick one, because we've got 1 minute 30 left, Lola.
20 seconds, I'm telling you.
Brilliant.
And I used to online date, and every time I was going on online dating, they were looking at me and they were like, "You're so much prettier in real." It's like, because the camera do not mix with me. My face don't look good in camera.
Sorry, excuse me, everybody. Can everybody just say rubbish to Lola? Stop the judgment. Remember,
but you know, Lottie,
likability and trust.
I'm judging me, but it doesn't bother me, because look, I came here, I'm not brushed, I'm not washed, I have zero makeup. I see it, I acknowledge it, but it doesn't stop me.
Right. Okay. Now, one thing that I'd say, the one thing that I can say for you straight away that maybe for you, you're finding it's too much, is a very common habit on camera that people tend to do. And I know it's very French as well to talk with your hands, but as a performer, we've learned to be so big on stage and to use the body and use the gestures and the facial expressions. It's practicing in front of the mirror like you did when you first learned it. Remember, you're going back to baby steps again here now. Go back to your performance techniques, but just bring them down slightly and notice, watch yourself, record yourself, notice the habits that you're doing, usually something to do with your gestures that are getting in the way because they're distracting. All we're looking for is what works on camera and what distracts our audience. That's all.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave the place for someone else. Look, people, I went on camera looking like crap. You can do it.
Anybody can do it. So, yay, big hand there to Lola. And hey, Jerry SFN on your first day on Blab. Lola, I hope that helped you. And thank you so much for coming in. And that's exactly the sort of thing that I want to have happen on the 15-minute Blab. So there's the timer. That's it for today. Please do share out. I'll put the link up onto my YouTube channel, which is Lottie Hearn Video Coach. We'll be there afterwards. And please remember, last week, no judgment. This week, when you want to, the difference between knowing why you want or need to be on camera, it's actually all about creating that likability, that trust. You may need, because you want to push your business, but what people want on the other side is to be able to like you. And once they like you, who buys from you? It's the people that like you, not necessarily the people that respect you. But hey, respect is so important as well. So respect yourself, respect the people that are there. Thank you to everybody who's joined me today, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday. By the way, I may play with the time 1:30, 2 p.m. GMT to reach a few more people in the States, but I'll stick with it for 1:30 for January, and then you can give me feedback how it goes. Please do post me. Hey, Audacity Coach, nice to see you. We're going now. But please do post me your questions and get in touch with me on Twitter at PressPlayPrez. That's Lottie Hearn at PressPlayPrez. Facebook, Press Play Presentations. And I look forward to sharing more Confidence on Camera on the Friday 15-minute video blab next week. Ciao, Bellas. And I'll